Hello, I'm Lofi.
I'm Jinxie.
And we are here with episode 5 of Bridgerton.
There was a duel,
Yes.
but that didn't go through.
Yes, because a marriage is happening.
A marriage that we are very excited for.
Daphne and Simon. Not necessarily as romantic as they wanted, though. So
Not as
we'll
romantic
see how
as
that
we
works
want either.
out. Marina has set her sights on Colin. Penelope is unhappy at that, and unfortunately blew up at Eloise about that. So we'll have to see how those all fall out.
And their family's got no monies.
Yes, because Papa Featherington, as I'm going to call him right now, has a huge gambling problem. Lady Featherington has to clean up the mess.
Yep.
And we are excited to find out how she does it, because
Yes.
I think she will pull it out somehow. And
Also, Anthony's probably going to have to let down Sienna again.
again. Yep.
That man just making wrong choices all around.
Promises. And I am really curious about Benedict and, like, his growth. Especially because he was all... when Anthony came out, he's like, but... he's like, I finally realized I'm the second son and I can do shit.
Might have to do something because my brother's going to get himself killed.
Luckily, that did not happen. And we are ready to roll, I think.
Yes. The name of the episode's The Duke and I. That's the name of the book.
Oh. Yeah, they can't let anybody know about this whole thing.
She's freaking out, man.
Her mom can't know.
Is my mother yet awakened?
Oh, she's hungover. I wonder if she wears blue to match her mom.
Oh, that could
I'm
be it.
engaged. Oh. Well.
She thinks it's the prince.
Right?
Mama, I'm engaged to the Duke. The Duke asked for my hand and I accepted.
She likes him so much more.
Well, because she knows she likes him.
Could we not obtain a special license to marry this week?
Before the news gets out.
But when it comes to love, such things happen much more frequently than one might expect.
Your mom did the same.
Your father and I, we had trouble controlling our
I don't
passions.
think she wants to hear this. Oh, she's so happy for her, and she's so...
I think it's partially, yeah, she doesn't know if the Duke loves her. That's the
Exactly.
thing. She thinks he, like, at this point, I guess, respects her, but...
It will be the grandest wedding of the year. Tulips are enough to fill the great room and the finest silks.
Oh, no. She thinks it's still to the... Oh, no.
The diamond of the season has made her match. Officially betrothed to the Duke of Hastings.
This is bad. Oh, no, and he doesn't know. Oh, I feel so bad for the prince.
Me too.
But it's the only way for, what's her name, to keep her mouth shut.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I feel so bad.
This engagement is of your own free will, is it not? Because if the Duke is forcing your hand...
Forcing me? My goodness. If anything, I'm the one forcing him. Nothing could stand between us. Not even the attentions of a good and kind man such as yourself.
Because he is a good and kind man.
Then I can only wish you a lifetime of contentment with your new husband.
He's so nice. If only she wasn't in love with Simon. And also got all lusty in the gardens.
Yep.
'Cause I honestly don't know if she's, like, fully in love with Simon yet.
Though I must say, I certainly hope the Duke's proposal was at least half as
God.
romantic as that.
Not even close.
It sucks because Daphne deserves better, man. She's trying so hard.
I know. Simon, you better make up at, like, engagements and stuff.
Oh my god, look at her little hat thing. I'm into it.
He looks like a
drunk?
mess. Did he sleep? Is he drunk?
He is drunk.
You could look a little less terrified.
He is out of it. Emotionally out of it.
Well, it isn't the most talked about couple in the ton.
God.
You guys need to have a private conversation, I feel like.
But they can't really until they're
Yeah.
actually married. They're gonna notice that.
Yeah. And I think he feels like he's betrayed his, like, his
Self.
himself.
But I think he also feels that way towards her as well, too.
Yeah.
Tell me where she is.
Leave the young lady alone. Have you not done enough?
Did
Agreed.
she actually leave town? I mean, I hope she did, because I do think it's not bad for her, too.
Yeah.
But it sucks to uproot her life.
Exactly. Like, he's in a position of power over her, so it's not good, the way he's going on about this.
Well, the young ladies have plenty of dresses. Perhaps it is possible for them to wear them all again.
It's not.
It works.
And perhaps it is possible for you to do
Without your tobacco as well.
But you were so keen to travel.
It is true. But were I to go, there may be things in London I should miss even more than seeing the world.
Oh, God.
I would hate to think Marina is simply wasting her time she simply does not have, of course. That is all.
I don't know.
I would like to think she's doing it for the right reasons, but...
Yeah, I know she's not. It's because she doesn't want Colin with him. Yeah. She could do way worse, though, so I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? By telling Colin about Marina's situation and stuff, so I don't know.
But you are fond of a midnight garden stroll, I believe?
Bitch.
Granted, I mean, she did also, I guess, go after the guy she liked.
And then you lured him into those gardens to trap him into marriage. I never would have imagined that Bridgerton would ever come to know such shame.
That's not what happened.
So you can either be a duchess's friend or her enemy. It is entirely up to you.
I'd imagine a man like the Duke does not take kindly to being forced into anything.
Wedding season, just bringing out the worst in everybody.
Right? I mean, she didn't force him really, like...
Yeah,
I mean, sure, he
this
kind
whole
of feels
thing
that way a little bit, but it's not her fault, man.
Well, I mean, but
It's both
also
their
how
faults.
she's seeing it, like, with how the Duke's reacting, obviously it seems that way.
It is the king, your majesty.
Dead.
Lucid.
Just waiting for him to die?
While you may be content to accept defeat, it is certainly not how I approach things.
I'm so nervous.
I know, right?
What chaos is she going to cause? Awkward for both of you in a wedding chapel.
Yeah. After you're about to kill each other.
I must apologize for, well, shooting at me. Besides, you've always been a terrible shot. You surely stood a great chance of wounding me if you'd simply fired straight up in the air.
May I express my gratitude for your granting of this special license?
Perhaps, my lord, you should not.
Oh no, the queen interfered.
Oh, he can't. Oh no.
Shit, are they gonna, like, elope?
Oh, maybe.
Tell her you are in love. Plain and simple and true.
First, you need to have a conversation about it.
Yeah, I know, right?
You can do that, can you not?
I think they both don't think the other person is in love with them.
Yeah.
Because you don't talk, which I get. You can never be alone, so it's kind of hard, but still.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think they were on the verge of being in love.
Right,
like,
and then everything was a mess.
Yeah.
And so the trust is broken and all that jazz.
We do not need to have met. You are a Bridgerton, yes.
I see my reputation precedes me.
Not exactly a virtue.
Like, I don't want you to fall into all your brother's habits.
Yeah, right?
Oh, maybe they are building a gay relationship.
I don't know. I mean, I know this is going somewhere, but to be honest, I find these scenes kind of, like, boring.
I guess because I'm more invested in the emotional growth.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Come on, Simon, get it together.
Feelings are irrelevant. Indeed, they're responsible for this mess. Let them get the better of me. And that's just a fight for a wedding she doesn't even want.
Oh.
Oh, because, yeah, he doesn't think she loves him.
Yeah.
And they both think the other one's being coerced into it because you can't talk to each other.
Despite all obstacles, I've managed to find a man who will overlook your current circumstance and offer you some security.
Still just want George to show up.
Me too. I still hope George is going to show up.
The wedding wouldn't be for weeks.
Oh shit.
Only assuming we wait until the wedding night to consummate the union.
Don't trick him like this.
I get you're in like a horrible place.
Mm-hmm.
I will do what I must.
Well, Penelope, you're going to have to do something.
This is the problem with being in bad situations.
Yes.
You're just forced to do something.
Well, she could be honest with him, but she's not going to. So I give you free reign to do what you want, Penelope. I was worried that it would be wrong, but since she's willing to trick Colin into marriage, I say go for it.
After your meal, perhaps we could take a walk like we used to do.
And how is dear Emily?
Does he have like dementia or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Amelia was ill. Several years ago.
She came to my room about a fortnight ago.
He
You're
forgets.
supposed to just play along, yeah.
He has killed my child!
Shouldn't have said anything.
But I understand it's kind of hard to play along with that.
Yeah.
They've been married for 10 years now. And never blessed with children, but they still are to each other as husband and wife. Theirs is a happy union.
Because they love each other.
Oh.
You can have that too, Daphne.
And I think they have a good enough relationship that she knows not to tell people that until,
totally.
Till needed.
She's going to be like her trustworthy companion.
You smell bad.
Vicky. Stop.
And you're supposed to face the queen today, aren't you?
I think so.
Are you in his bed? One of the kids.
The kid's bed, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All the buffers. I like her dress. You're both gonna have to be honest about how you feel, and hopefully that'll help both of you.
Oh my god.
There's 6 of them.
There's 6 Pomeranians. Are the Pomeranians growing each episode?
I think so.
It is only that we love each other so very much.
It's bored. Come on, man. Do better.
You see, Your Majesty, it was love at first sight.
It was not, Your Majesty.
Yeah, you need to tell the truth. She wants an interesting story.
Yeah, right?
But Miss Bridgerton thought me presumptuous, arrogant, insincere. We found friendship. You see, Miss Bridgerton and I have been fooling all of Mayfair for quite some time.
Who's gonna tell her everything?
Yep. Well, that's what she wants, is a story.
We simply enjoyed each other's company so much we could not stay away from one another.
Oh.
So it's not full truth.
Yeah.
To meet a beautiful woman is one thing, but to meet your best friend and the most beautiful of women is something entirely apart. I did not want Miss Bridgerton to only be my friend. I wanted her to be my wife.
Oh my god. But does she think it's the truth?
I think so. I think so. I mean, I think it is the truth.
Well, yes, I hope she thinks that this is him telling the truth and not making up a story for the queen. Such a small wedding.
Right.
Is that normal?
I think because of the speed.
I think people would have still showed up.
I don't know.
That's the thing. Or maybe it's small wedding, big reception. Have they still even had a chance to talk?
I don't know. I just feel like they need to have a conversation.
Well, now they can.
Yeah.
Like in her dream.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
I can't tell if they're trying to make that romantic or foreboding or just a
I
bit
think
of
it's both.
I know. Oh my, that cake is gorgeous. Yeah, so small wedding, big reception.
Yeah.
Oh, those are fancy looking.
Oh my gosh, this make me hungry.
I know. And now you must greet everybody.
Right.
Everybody in the world.
In this case,
her dress is pretty.
I want them to have a conversation more than I want the wedding.
You'll be delighted to know that Lord Rutledge is no longer available.
Did he die?
He is engaged.
No.
How terrible. Just hope that whatever you have planned for Mr. Bridgerton actually works.
Ugh.
Is she gonna feel guilty now, though?
No. She doesn't feel guilty at all. Ugh. She's just too desperate.
You just get caught up in the world and feel like it's your only option. Oh yeah, because they both have to be there.
Should I?
No,
you
guys
no one
need
would
to apologize. And get
like
back
best
together
friends
as
do.
friends.
Come on, you know you both want to.
Perhaps you know of a more private place.
Oh God, what's Penelope gonna do?
Catch my breath.
Oh, certainly, Miss Thompson, please.
I don't think he'll be entrapped like that, though. His other brothers, obviously, but I don't know about him.
Yeah, agreed. Especially because he's so young. I don't know, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, she is a lady, so and to him, so I feel like he is taught that to be polite.
No, don't. Oh God, Colin, you're just falling for it. Come on.
Oh, he's a young boy in love.
Yeah.
Or at least strong like.
I can hardly believe I'm saying this, but we cannot go further.
Yep, knew it.
You are a gentleman.
Looks disappointed when she says it.
She's like, of course, I had to pick my gentleman.
Oh.
I would be delighted to marry you.
Then what are we waiting for?
My thoughts exactly.
We will marry by the end of the season.
It's a rather long engagement.
Or simply romantic.
I mean, I'm happy she didn't have to trick him, but
right,
she still deserves to know before going through with the
there's
wedding.
no okay. Like obviously, it cannot wait till the end of the season. So
Yes. You certainly enjoy spreading secrets, do you not?
Dear child, have you lost your way?
God, Eloise still.
Your Majesty.
What evidence have you gathered?
Oh, look at her awkward, bowing thing.
She wants to know too.
You would like to know what evidence I have gathered?
Are you requiring your queen to ask again? Tell me what you
I
know.
love her wig and crown. She's like new investigative buddy.
Right.
Ah, dearest.
The red
I
button.
believe you know Mr. Bridgerton. My wife, Mrs. Lucy
Is
Grant.
that who he was with?
I think so.
I mean, they obviously both know they have other
yeah.
interests, so.
Is this your attempt to raise my spirits?
You refused for your benefit, sister. I shall put the money in trust so you may use it how you see fit. For your children, perhaps.
Oh God, people stop bringing up kids.
This is all... I must take a moment, excuse me.
Everybody's so happy about her.
I suppose I have put this conversation off for as long as I can.
Oh, no. It's the talk.
Yep. I mean, I guess you didn't expect it to happen so quick.
Some things that will happen that involve you and your husband, the Duke. That rain soaks a field in autumn, and in spring flowers grow.
That is unhelpful.
When you were younger, do you remember we had 2 hounds in the country?
This whole conversation did not help at all.
At least hopefully this means you have a chance to talk.
Right? I'm so desperate for them to just talk with each other.
I mean, I get it. You can never talk to anybody at your wedding.
Oh, right.
But there is one thing we do share. The certainty that you will make your own way in this world. I'm sure of it, Eloise.
False fails, you could give your dowry to your sister, and therefore she can go live off on her own world.
I mean, she could have a career as a writer, I think.
I mean, if it's the same as Jane Austen's time, but granted, Jane Austen did not get rich.
No.
And nobody knew she wrote it.
But Eloise doesn't need the money necessarily.
That's true.
I mean, she has to write it under a pen name, that's for sure.
Yes.
I don't know that she wants to be a writer, though, because she doesn't emphasize that she, like, wants to
she
write
said her novel.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I also really love that their serpents were purple. It just looks very nice. Well, finally alone.
Right?
So we will be spending our wedding night at the inn.
Oh.
Why? Should have told you.
Yes, you should have. Because he's not used to having to consult another person on lodgings and stuff.
This whole thing is just the most
It's
unromantic
so rushed
wedding.
and business and not what she wanted at all.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't just automatically go back into business mode or something.
I'm really excited to see the growth in their relationship now that they're, like, away from everybody. You know what I mean?
And really only limited by their personal reservations versus, like, societal. I really hope he didn't buy 2 rooms.
Your room, Your Grace, is just over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Ugh.
I requested a separate room.
Oh, Simon.
Well, he probably thinks that's what she wants, but no,
That's
it is
true.
not what she wanted.
Yeah.
You should have talked with her instead of making assumptions.
You both want to talk to each other. That's right, Daphne. You're brave. Go do it.
We should go down to dinner.
Ugh. She's like fed up now.
She's done. She's done.
Yep.
Said all but a few words to me.
In order to keep myself from saying the wrong things.
You've barely been able to look me in the eye.
Because I could not bear witness to the misery I have caused you.
Aww.
They both feel bad.
I know, for no reason.
Yeah. The one who trapped you into this marriage.
I trapped you.
Oh my god, you too. Seriously.
You're both just so like...
Everything I told the Queen was true.
That's all she needed to know.
Right?
I cannot stop thinking of you. From the mornings you ease, to the evenings you quiet, to the dreams you inhabit. My thoughts of you never end. I am yours, Daphne. I have always been yours.
Aww.
I do not understand.
Look, I'm so confused. To be any clear.
Well, do not get angry.
I'm not.
Look at you, you're downright flushed.
Yes, that is what happens.
When one is angry.
When one burns for someone who does not feel the same.
Oh, she does feel the same.
It is you I cannot sacrifice. I burn for you.
Yay!
I was like, finally.
Right?
I was like, if they're just getting alone time. And I wasn't going to say it during the touching moment, but I really like his pen.
I want to show you more.
They're skipping dinner.
Well, they just went from a wedding.
That's
I
true.
guess they've also been in carriage probably for a while, but
Yeah.
I really like the music that they chose.
I know, right?
It makes it really like romantic and sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you touch yourself? Like we talked about. Show me.
I cannot.
I think it's a bit quick for her.
I know, right?
In progress.
I really feel like for the sex scene, they're really leaning into like the romance novel aspect of it, which I find really interesting because most shows don't.
I know, I really appreciate it though. I always say that this is soft romantic music continues.
I know, right? Even though I'm gonna have to cut around the nudity, but what else?
Obviously, for the sake of our channel, I do slightly wish they had like made that shorter, but also
Yeah.
since it's a romance novel, I think it was perfectly appropriate.
Right?
I was wondering how he prevents himself from having children, and I guess he just uses the pull-out method.
Exactly. I do really wish he would tell her, though, that it's not physical, because she does think it's a physical impediment, but he still has time.
I think
he's not ready.
they will. They just finally admitted they both like each other. Give them some time.
This whole episode, okay, I did not like this episode as much as the others, but it's because they spent, like, this whole romantic time that's supposed to be romantic, getting married, the reception, all this stuff, and they both are just so miserable because I think they're making the other one miserable. But that makes the release at the end, like, not the sex scene, but I meant when they finally reveal what they feel, even better. It's you're just like, oh yeah, finally.
But I kind of like appreciate that they did take the time in the episode to not have them sort of realize everything right away, because in truth they probably would not have time. You're planning a wedding in 3 days. You do have to come to terms yourself about what you're getting into and what you're doing. So I think if it had been like, we know it was 3 days, so it doesn't bother me as much. I think if it had been like a week or 2 weeks like in time, then I'd be like, oh. But
yeah, exactly. And then
at least it's a little bit realistic.
There are fantastic sweet moments as well, like when he's telling the queen that she's like his best friend kind of thing. But the thing is, she doesn't believe it.
Yeah, she still thinks it's a lie.
But it's so sweet. And then I did think that the wedding was also sweet, just their faces were not sweet, you know?
Yeah, they're estranged. But I do appreciate the difference between, you know, just being like a normal, sweet, happy wedding, and instead it's messy and it's
just extra sad because everybody's so excited for her and they keep bringing it up and kids and stuff, and she's just like so miserable about it.
But now their relationship gets to actually begin.
Exciting.
So that's sweet and nice, and I'm curious how it will change the like dynamic of the show. Like, are we going to be seeing the others still, or is it going to mostly focus on them, or, you know, like, how are they going to do it? Is it going to be two different areas?
I also like that we got to see a little bit of the queen's relationship in this one, like how basically she clearly had a good relationship with the king before, but now with his like,
well, it might have happened before that too.
Being out of touch with reality, it's you know.
I mean, because I don't know if the trigger was him getting dementia or if it was potentially their child passing away or something. Because the way she phrased it when they talking about how, like, love can sour so quickly, it didn't seem like it was necessarily just related to the disease. Yeah. Granted, the thing about that is I don't think they fully understand how it works. So it may have seemed like he was being cruel to her, but really his mind was going at that point already.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was so sad. Even just when they showed the queen's face after he gave his declaration, like, she looked like she was about to cry. And I was like, oh, it's so
like she's remembering the good times and then the way it is now. And so I'm really glad we got to see a little bit more of that. And also, like, her talking with Eloise about tracking down Lady Whistledown.
That was fun. Yeah, I like that.
I'm not interested in these Benedict scenes at all, which is unfortunate. I like the whole idea of, like, him wanting to be an artist and him exploring, like, this kind of bourgeoisie, like, is that the word I'm looking for?
Laissez-faire?
No, no, sorry, not bourgeoisie. This sort of, like, bohemian life. Yeah. I'm totally interested in that, but I find the bohemian scenes themselves boring. Like, the people are boring. The way the scenes are shot are kind of boring. Yeah, like, everybody's having sex, but I'm just like, whatevs. It's not compelling. And I wish it was, because I do think that storyline could be, but for some reason, the way the scenes are shot, I'm just, like, bored.
It might be, again, that thing of, like, we're not really touching on his story yet. This is all sort of precursor, kind of how you feel about, like, Antony and Sienna, where you're not really invested in them together. And I think it's because it is meant to be sort of the building, so they don't really get to spend as much impactful time. And again, it's partially just because there's a lot of really good storylines in here. So the okay storylines don't seem as good because some of the others are better. Because the Benedict storylines and stuff don't bother me as much, because I guess for me, I do see it as like a build up of
that's true.
What's going on.
Yeah, and it's not like I dislike Benedict or I dislike what he's doing or any of the characters he's encountering. It's just literally, I'm just like, okay, whatevs.
I think because they're still
do something more interesting here. You know, I don't know.
There's not a lot of emotional development in it yet because it's like he's a newborn baby. So there's just, the babies are cute, but they're not actually that interesting yet.
I also don't feel like he has that much fire for his art yet, or they haven't shown it yet, even though he clearly does. We just see him being frustrated about it, but
hopefully that'll
we don't
be
spend enough time with him for him
develops
to know.
over time.
Yes, and then Marina and Penelope and Colin.
So messy.
I'm glad that they did not announce that they were planning on getting married, because I really think that George might show up. And I hope he does, because I think that what Marina's trying to do is totally wrong to Colin. Like,
but at the same time, I don't actually really blame her.
Exactly. So it's like hard, because she is stuck between a rock and a hard place. And if Colin wasn't Colin, if he wasn't a nice guy with a nice family who we know that Penelope has a crush on, maybe we'd be like, go for it, Marina, do what you got to do. But because of that, I just feel bad. Well, also, I think his naivete adds to that as well. If it was like a more experienced guy, if she was pulling this with like Anthony, like I feel like I would feel less guilty about it. You know?
I would too. It's just because like he is trying to be honorable and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the others, I'd kind of be like, they probably have like bastards out there somewhere already. So
or they, they're experienced enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a factor as well.
Yeah.
So I just feel really bad for Penelope.
I hope her and Eloise make up soon.
Agreed.
Because I'm going to be real, like, romance breaking up is sad, but friendships breaking up always pulls my heart even more. I'm like, no.
Right.
So I hope they can work past this. So there are like those, obviously like through this whole episode, there's that theme of Simon not having children.
Yes.
But obviously I feel like they're already putting in the hints of he might change his mind in the future. Like when he was with his friend Will and watching their kids, he sort of just had that look on his face like, oh, kids are cute. So I do wonder sort of how their relationship will develop.
Yeah, because what I really want to happen is that he realizes that his
relationship
promise,
with his dad,
his vow to his dad, is still a decision he made because of his dad. It's not really what he wants, and the best revenge he can get against his dad is for him to live his life the way that he wants. You know what I mean? Like to succeed, right? In being happy.
It's as if his dad is still controlling his life,
but the opposite, because
he's not there.
That
Even
still
though
having such a huge effect on him.
And the thing is, you still technically did get your revenge because your dad's dead. So as far as he knows, you stuck to your decree.
Yeah,
and pissed him off right before he died.
I mean, his dad didn't want him to be Duke anyway, probably till he was older and was like smart or whatever he said. You already got your revenge, so. I just hope he realizes before hurting Daphne.
The best revenge you can have is living your life entirely different than your dad's.
Yeah.
And to him, that's, not siring children, but really, in long term, it's about doing what makes you happy.
Yeah. And having a loving family and wife.
Yes.
Like, I'm totally supportive if someone didn't want kids. If he just didn't want kids because, like, he just didn't like kids, he didn't want kids, or, like, he liked kids but just didn't want them, then that's totally fine. But the fact that it's because of the cruelty that his dad, fed him is just...
Well, that's also different of if it was just he didn't... And honestly, this might be part of it, too. He might feel like he wouldn't be a good father. So I imagine that's part of it as well. If it's just the revenge side of things, then I think he's doing a disservice for himself. But if there's obviously other emotions tied into it, like, look at what kind of dad my dad was. I don't want to be that to a child.
Yeah.
And then also the fact... And it also goes deeper of, his dad told him his whole life that he was an idiot and all that stuff, and maybe he doesn't feel worthy of having a child.
Yeah, that too.
So there's a lot of other things that can go into it.
Interesting.
But, yeah, I really do want to see how they play it out more.
Yeah, agreed.
Thank you for watching with us.
Let us know what you thought of this episode below. Are you excited that Simon and Daphne are finally together
and alone and don't have 50 bajillion chaperones?
Yes, going somewhere.
Don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helped us out a lot. And we will see you all in the next episode. Bye. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Yeah.
And wait, I know I did the wrong order.
No, but... yeah. Oh, yeah. Just go ahead and say, okay, well, we already have a thank you for watching with us.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
shoot.
And now Lady Philip Turing.